Alright, I'm gonna try and make this as quick and simple as I can. First, you have to hit that subscribe button, because helping me helps you help me to help you. Today, I'm gonna talk about getting your MMC, and it's how simple it can be. I know I printed out here the Coast Guard checklist. I can understand why that can look overwhelming. It's a whole lot of forms to fill out, but it's not hard, okay? Now I'm gonna leave the link down below to this checklist, along with my webpage where I've simplified this checklist, and it's pretty much the same thing. I just want to simplify it for you guys. Make it smaller, and that's it. The first thing you're gonna do, it's not on this checklist, but it's something I think you need to do anyways, is get a passport, okay? If you're planning on sailing international, or, you know, you need a passport, okay? With your passport, you can go get your TWIC. You don't need your passport for your TWIC. You need 2 forms of ID. Some kind of government issued ID and like a Washington driver's license or something, I don't know, but you need 2 forms, and you might as well just get your passport first. So to do the TWIC, you're gonna go onto the TSA site and then fill out the application. You're just gonna answer all the questions and submit it. And it's the same thing, just read each question, know what you're clicking, know what you're signing, know what you're agreeing to and disagreeing to. If you don't understand it, just like in any of these forms, search it. Search the phrase, search the word, search the sentence. That's what I did when I first filled all these forms out 5 years ago now, because I'm doing my renewal. I just did my renewal. So this is all really fresh in my mind as of 2 weeks ago. Sort of fresh. But that's all you have to do. You just search the word, the phrase, or the sentence, and more than likely whatever search engine you're using is going to show you. Tell you, dumbify it to what it means. So once you get your TWIC, once you fill out that application and send that in, it's going to give you the closest office to where you can go finish the application process, which is basically just getting your fingerprints done, and then they're gonna re-ask you all the questions in the application to make sure you have the same answers. So don't try to just answer honestly. Once that's done, you're gonna pay the fee, and the TWIC and the MMC, both of these fees are non-refundable. They are the fees to process the application. Once you pay the fee, you should get your TWIC card within 2 weeks, up to 30 days. If it's any more than 29, you're actually supposed to call, but you should get it within 2 weeks. I got mine within like 10 days. But even with that being said, you don't need your TWIC card to apply for your MMC. All you need is the receipt saying that you paid for the application process and that you should be getting a TWIC card. So take that receipt, go home, start following these steps, the Coast Guard checklist. Now, the checklist has, the first thing is to print out the checklist. That's literally step 1. Then step 2 is the TWIC. 3 is the actual application for your Merchant Mariner credential. And on that application, if you're joining the program, or this is your first time ever getting an MMC, and you have no experience, you're new to the industry, you're gonna want to, in the ratings, you're gonna want to put wiper, OS, SA, and you're gonna want to put food handler. And if you're putting that food handler, you're gonna need to get a food handler permit, and you'll just mail that in or email it in with the rest of these forms. So that form is a 719B. The next step 4 is 719C, conviction statement. Now there's that one and another one, but there's some of these forms that you're not applicable for. So what do you put? N/A, not applicable. I think I'm saying that right. But just do all these forms. Fill out all of them. It doesn't matter if they pertain to you or not. If you fill them out and you sign them saying that to the best of your knowledge that none of it is applicable to you, then the Coast Guard's still going to take it, and then they're going to be like, okay, we got it. Now, if you do miss a form, then your whole application could get rejected back to you until you fill it all out. So you might as well just print every single form out and fill them all out. The key part is just reading them. Read them through. Like I said, even if you don't understand it, you just have to know what you're signing. And they're all government forms. They all have to be filled out regardless. So search the words, search the phrases, search the sentences, and just know what you're signing, what you're checking, what you're clicking, whatever. Step 5 is the 719K, the application for the medical certificate. And then there's also 719KE, application for medical certificate for entry-level ratings. That's going to be the one that all you guys and gals going into the program, that's the one you're going to do. You're going to take those, you're going to take that form along with step 6 is optional. It's release forms. You don't have to fill those out quite yet, but like I said, you could print them out, you could fill them out, and just, state that you don't want them released to anything, sign it. Step 7 is the 719P, periodic drug testing form. Now, the medical certificate and the periodic drug testing, those don't actually get filled out by you. You're going to take those to a physician. You're going to take one to the medical certificate. That's going to be your physical and your whatever exam. And you're going to take that and have that filled out by that physician, and they're going to sign it. The periodic drug testing form, if your physician is approved by the Coast Guard to do your drug screen, then he or she can also fill out that form. Otherwise, you have to find a drug screening office that is approved by the Coast Guard, have them fill out the 719P. And the other form is the 719S, Sea Service. Now, again, that doesn't apply to most of you if you're just joining the program and you have no sea service, no time on a boat, then you just put NA and sign it. And that's pretty much all the forms there is. There's just a couple of them. Now, once you have read and understood what you're signing, what you're clicking, gone through all of these and put NA'd in all the blank spots, you're lucky. You guys are lucky this time. When I filled this out, I had to print all these forms out, read them all through, and hand write everything. Now, if you go on the checklist and you click on the link to the form, to the PDF file, you can actually fill out 90% of these forms in the PDF file while it's online. And then, once they're all filled out, you could print them out, and then you just sign your name. The easiest way from here is to take those forms, rescan them back into your computer, and then email them to your closest rec, your closest regional exam center. Now, I believe there's different emails for different regional exam centers, so I can't give you that email to do. Just look it up. It'll show you on that checklist the closest rec center to you. So get all your forms, put them in some emails, because you can't put them all in one. I believe there's a certain limit per size they want you to send them in. So if you have, you're emailing these forms and applications, you're also emailing the receipt to your TWIC, you're going to be emailing that. If you do already have a medical certificate, you take a picture of that and email it. You're taking everything in the checklist and you're going to email it to the rec center. Now, while you do that, I don't know it off the top of my head, but you're also going to go to, where is it? The pay.gov website, and you're going to pay for the application processing fee. That's, like I said, the TWIC fee and the processing fee for your actual MMC application. They're non-refundable fees. It's the fee you're paying for them to process the application. After you do that, you email it and pay for the processing fee. You just sit and wait. That's all it is. So I know a lot of you keep asking me questions about getting your MMC, and that's read the forms, fill them out. If they're not applicable to you, write that down, sign it, and you email it off and pay the fees. That's as easy as it is. There's actually also as soon as the rec gets it, basically you're gonna email it to the rec, they're gonna process it, evaluate it, and then they're gonna send it to the National Maritime Center. They're gonna process it, they're gonna evaluate it, and then they're gonna take it, issue the credentials, and then the credentials will be mailed to you. Now, the Coast Guard checklist, somewhere on there, there's actually a page where you can take the reference number. I believe I use my MMC reference number. If you're new to this, you're not gonna have one yet. So I believe you'll take your social security number, enter it into the page on the Coast Guard site, and it'll show you where in the process your application is at. Whether it's still in processing, whether it's being evaluated, or if it's been sent to the NMC, or if it's being issued, or if it's being mailed. You can check on all this on that page. I don't have a link to that, whatever. But I'm gonna leave a link to this checklist, the actual Coast Guard checklist, down below. That's all you have to do is follow the checklist. It's that easy. Don't get overwhelmed by it. Don't get overwhelmed by how many pages are in the forms or in the application forms. Just read them, know what you're signing, and know what you're checking. And the link to my website will be below that, where you can go find the Getting Your MMC blog posts I've written, where I've tried to simple the whole checklist down as well. And that's it. I hope this was helpful. If not, keep asking questions and I'll try to cover them. Hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share, question, and I'll see you in the next one.